I went to law school in Washington, D.C., and I was fortunate to go under the patronage of then United States Senator Alan Bybel. And I was one of the last people to go through under the patronage, which meant I worked in his office. And he was extraordinarily good to me. He would always ask me, do you need any money? What are your grades? And I remember when President Nixon came back from Moscow, each senator gets 2 tickets to a joint session of Congress. And the senator called me in and said, you're the student in the office. You should go see this. And so I can remember going to that joint session of Congress, which was absolutely extraordinary. I then, after I graduated from law school, I came home and I clerked for then federal judge Bruce Thompson, who, after whom our federal courthouse here in northern Nevada is named. And then I went into private practice. Then I went back to Washington for a couple more years to work for then United States Senator Howard Cannon. And it was when I came home for good in 1979 that there was going to be an opening on the Board of Regents. Dr. Lombardi had announced his retirement. And so I decided, because I do believe that if there is an answer to the challenges that we face, that answer rests with education. And so I decided to run for the Board of Regents. And the athletic department decided that they didn't want me on the Board of Regents because they thought that I would be anti-athletics. Because when I had been student body president, I had fought the student athletic fee, which at the time was $7.50, $7 of which went to men's athletics, 50 cents of which went to women's athletics. And they misunderstood. I wasn't anti-athletics. I just thought that under old math or new math, that the women deserved a greater proportion of that athletic fee. So they convinced Dr. Lombardi to run again. And so I ran for the office, not against him. That's always been my philosophy. And I knocked on doors. I could tell you stories till the cows come home about what it's like to go door to door. But I ended up winning that race and spending my first elective office was as a regent of the university system, which I kiddingly refer to as my practical PhD program. So I spent 6 years as a regent, and then I ran for Secretary of State and spent 4 years as Secretary of State, and then I ran for Attorney General and spent 12 years, 3 terms as Nevada's Attorney General, which was an incredible experience.